Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, the moment we've all been waiting for has finally come. I mean, it came really when Sonny remembered and he confronted Nina a couple of days ago. But this is what I was waiting for. And to be honest, it really did not disappoint. Yep. Chocolate fudge cake. That is good. Not just because the whole Nina thing, but just in general. Some good ass cake. Yeah. Nina reacted the exact way that I suspect she was going to act like. You know, there's a saying that, everyone's built differently. Nina? Wow. So Carly goes in on her. She is pissed. She's pissed. And for the actors or the actresses or whatever, they must have had a great time because this isn't the first time that they've went back and forth with each other. I think it was on another soap opera, but she goes in on her, and she's pissed, and she comes at her, and Nina, true to form, says she's sorry, that she didn't mean to do it, and blah, 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 blah. The usual crap that she's been spewing out since Sonny found out. But then Nina, like an idiot, tries to put it on Carly. Well, if you didn't sit there and threaten me to take away Wiley, then I would have never have done it in the first place. And me, you, Carly, and pretty much everyone else is looking at this whole thing like, let me get this straight. Because Carly hurt your feelings, you decide to take away her husband, away from her, and the children, 9 months, because you was butthurt about a couple of things that Carly said. But it goes much deeper than that. Because she's still angry and throws at her. Well, at least Carly, at least Sonny came home. Unlike now. Are you kidding me? This chick is still under this idiotic delusion. She blames her still. You let my daughter fall to her death. Blah, 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 blah. Your daughter was a real piece of work. I am trying to not be as much of a dick, but it is really hard. Your daughter was practically a demon. Okay, she was a miserable excuse for a human being, and like Carly said, the world is better off without her. Of course, Nina didn't like that, and to be somewhat fair, I don't think that any parent would actually like that. Now, the one thing that I'm surprised that she didn't bring up was that her and Sonny had a thing. She kept bringing up Mike. Oh, well, Mike was different. Mike was kind. Mike was loving. He had ambition and blah, 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 blah. And then she throws Morgan in her face. And I'm like, Nina, you know she's gonna whoop your ass, right? Like, you know at this point, if she was being restrained before, She is definitely gonna whoop your ass. And right before she went right after her, Jason, because he got a call from Jocelyn, came there in the nick of time. The nick of time. And practically was just like, yo, just get out, just leave, like just go. Because if I let her go, you might be in the ICU or dead. And then, well, I personally don't care about Nina, but I'm pretty sure maybe a couple of fans, believe it or not, actually like Nina and would care. Cam, Trina, and Jocelyn. So, they set up a trap. I don't know exactly what the trap is exactly. But they set this trap and they have Cameron come in there. Come in, Windermere or whatever. And it's all like, well. He pretty much tells them both that Ava and Nicholas then got back together. That they're going to be going on a trip or whatever. And, you should totally throw like another party and stuff like that. Because, your dad's going to be away. And at this point, Spencer gets pissed. And he goes to use the restroom. It's now both of them, well, Spencer's like, you know what, at this point, what else can I do? Esmere, because she is super determined to break them up for some odd reason. It's all like, don't worry about it. I got this. You trust me, right? Okay. So she heads off, and she does exactly what, the three suspected that they were going to do. So Jocelyn is tailing her, and meanwhile, Cam is sitting there talking to Spencer, and he's all like, I'm not going to lie, all Spencer started doing was being like super broody, and Cam was just like, there was a couple of things that he was sitting there saying that Spencer was saying as far as like, well, I did all this or something like that. Like he did something, and it's too late now or whatever. And Spencer was like, well, what did you do? Meanwhile, Esmere starts talking to Sonny, and I'm like, the hell do you have to talk to him about? Even Jocelyn, who've been tailing her for a while, is like, yo, why are you talking to Sonny for? So, does somebody want to tell me what happened to the guy who's playing Nicholas? Because when Ava's in there talking to Scott, and Scott's like, alright, so you just gotta sign the papers, and we can kind of get the show on the road. Nicholas comes in. And of course, it's an entirely different Nicholas, and I'm just like, who the hell are you? I mean, this guy's a lot older, and I mean, he wasn't terrible. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't terrible. But I'm just like, what's going on with Nicholas? What's going on with the other guy? It was actually, on a side note, it was actually on Instagram. And he had, like, stuff like Nicholas or whatever talking to Ava. And somebody was like, who is this Nicholas? Like, because they were used to Christopher Tyler. It was like, who is this guy? I don't know who he is. I'm like, you've been going for a while. There's a lot of character changes. Anyway, long story short, Scott actually wants them, at one point he wants them to sit there and fight for their marriage, and he tries to brainstorm different ways of it working. Now, Nicholas comes there thinking that he's going to somehow, like, Sonny is going to be the answer. Sonny's going to be the answer that's going to come in, it's going to protect Ava and, get rid of the stalker. And Ava pretty much is like, yeah, that's not going to happen. He's not really exactly broken up about me leaving, so I doubt he's actually going to sit there and help me. But I'm also sitting there thinking, there was one part where Nicholas, like, we exhausted all our options and stuff like that. I was like, did you? Did you really exhaust all your options? I mean, you two both have plenty of money. You sit there telling me that you couldn't just hire someone, a couple of PIs, to sit there and try to find this person? Instead, you're just like, oh, well, the only way to sit there and solve this thing is to just, break up and leave forever. Now, the real reason is probably because the actress that plays Ava wants to then kind of, I don't know, go on a break or something. So, when stuff like that happens, and when people in the comment section is there talking about the show and complaining about the show, this is why I was just going to say that, plot overrides logic and common sense. It overrides things that would normally make sense, even in a soap opera setting, because it doesn't fit the plot. So, them not really trying to do everything that they could as far as hiring someone or whatever. This is because of the plot and whatever's going on with the actors or actresses at the time. So, long story short, they realized that there's nothing they can do, and Nicholas is just like, alright, you do what you gotta do, and just wait for me. So, yeah. When Jason and Sonny walk into the hospital, Epiphany, takes them to the exam room, and Britt talks to Jason, and once again, Jason asks Britt, hey, I know your mom is missing, but my offer still stands if you want me to, have Britt or Spinelli sit there and really help track her down. And once again, Britt, because of her pride, is all like, no, I'm good. Like I said before, you're not, I'm not your problem. Now, I know this has a lot to do with plot, but I'm just like, you're so worried about your mom, yet the one guy that can sit there and really help kind of move things along, you're just like, nope, I'm good. I don't need your help. How does that make sense? Well, it doesn't, but, Now, Epiphany, after talking to Sonny and catching up, and I'm going to be honest, I kind of was just like, alright, I mean, that's cool, they have a good friendship and everything like that, and it's nice to see, and, just them catching up on what's been going on with Sonny is cool, and I guess it works for new fans, which is great. But, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of didn't really care about that scene too much. The only scene that was sort of nice, I guess, with Epiphany was her talking to Britt and just being like, hey, listen, I know you're going through a lot of stuff. I'm here for you if you just want to talk or vent or whatever. Yeah. That was pretty much about it. I mean, and again, I mean, so I didn't really do too much in this episode. And, I want to ask, did anyone actually watch, DC Soap Sanctuary video last week? The reason why I'm sitting there saying that is because, he was sitting there talking about how, the actor that plays, Sonny really doesn't like Sonny. And I don't know if he doesn't like, I don't know if that translates to he doesn't like playing Sonny, like he enjoyed playing Mike more than he did playing Sonny. And I guess I'm just, for the last couple of days when I saw that video, I was like, how do I feel? It's like, it's hard to explain, but knowing that the actor doesn't really like the character, I'm just wondering, does that change, how I view the character a little bit? Or is it just one of those things where it's just going to bother me for a little bit, and then I'm just going to be like, alright, whatever. It's like finding out that an actor doesn't want to be on the show anymore, and it's just there for, because of the contract. And it just makes me wonder just how invested I am into the character, knowing that he doesn't like the character that he's playing. Been kind of a toss-up all day, and I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is. Now, I was not there thinking about this whole, Nina versus Carly thing like all day. And what Nina did was trash. Okay, yeah, Carly has done some things that just, you can be like, are you kidding me? She's done some very terrible things. Okay? She's done some very terrible things. I mean, a lot of characters have done some very terrible things at one point or another. And what Nina did was trash. Okay? What she did was still wrong. I guess I'm kind of looking at this whole situation and I'm like, you know, people are really coming at Nina's throat like Nina captured Sonny and just kept him away from his kids. You know, like she chose not to say anything. And yeah, that's trash. Especially seeing how their families are somewhat connected now. But, you know, I guess some people are coming at Nina like she captured Sonny and she kept him away from his family just to sit there and get back at Carly. And that's not the situation that happened. I mean, yeah, it was, again, trash, but I don't know. I in a lot of ways, it's not like I'm trying to find myself defending her. I'm just trying to look at it from different perspectives a little bit. And the sad thing is that no matter what side, no matter who you like or you don't like in the situation, you know, I like Carly for the most part, but yeah, Carly has done some things that have pissed me off. And I do not like Nina at all. At all. Absolutely at all. Okay? Don't believe me? Watch my first video. I do warn you though, because I do drop a lot of F-bombs, and this was my first video, and I was definitely green when it came to doing soap opera reviews. But you know, with that being said, I don't like Nina, but I'm trying to look at it like, alright, yeah, it was bad, but let's not sit there and try to act like she kidnapped Sonny and, you know, everything like that. I mean, hell, there was one point she could have actually wound up sleeping with Sonny, but she did have somewhat of a conscience, you know. Which is kind of debatable because she still kept, you know, the whole ruse up, but I don't know. I'm just trying to look at it like, alright, I know everyone is sitting there coming with the pitchforks and everything, especially in the weeks to come. But I am kind of looking at it like, well, I mean, she didn't kidnap Sonny, so let's just keep that in mind, I guess. Whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's about it. So, if you're watching this, definitely pause it. You know, I'm gonna have to cake later. Definitely pause it. That's good, I have it now. I don't know why, I feel like I'm a little self-conscious about eating on camera. Oh, this is good. This is good. That's what it was. I didn't want to sit there and talk while I was still chewing. Anyway, you are eating something, cake, salad, whatever, juice, soda, wine. This is a day for it. Well, to be honest, the day was a couple of days ago, but this is the day for it right now. So if you're watching this video, pause it, come back, finish watching it. I want to thank everyone for watching, by the way. Especially yesterday, because it came out super late. Anyway, thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Let me know what kind of cake or whatever it is that you're eating, if you're eating something. Have a good day. See you in the next video.